is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up, oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's race day. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. the finish line. Take
You hear the roar of the motors, you see the smoke popping up, you hear the power that is to come with. It's the Cup Series now at Michigan International Speedway. Hi again everyone, I am Christian the Crusader driver. Welcome back to the show as we get lined up for tonight's action. This is a hot one here tonight, Michigan International. This track with the Cup Series playing on the field, this is definitely going to be one of, if not the fastest and baddest tracks for these drivers to take on throughout this event. So right out of the gate here, we're going to take a look and see who we got on the pole. Robert the Rattlesnake on the 21 will lead him off. Is outside Jeffrey Oaks in the number 20. Run number 2 is going to be Matthew Hoffer in the 28 is outside Dustin Stoneacre in the 66. Run number 3 is going to be Sydney the Closer Taylor in the 07 to her outside Nick Kern in that 69. Run number 4 it's Bob Hutchins in the 77 to his outside Warren Young in the number 1. Run number 5, Chantel the Throttle Bottle in the 5 to her outside. Key Checkmate Taylor in that 08. And the final starter sees Jerome Keeney in the 61. As he is currently still trying to get out of pit road. Looks like he is having some problems there. Pushing limits, about to close out the season. 2 more races to go after this one. As we are currently getting settled up and ready to go for this battle of proportions. They did throw another caution out there because they're trying to get him lined up back in the field pace. So it may be just a minute or two here before he gets ready to go, ready to fire away at this one. It's going to be interesting to see how these drivers handle the nerves, how they handle the battles here, because again, remember, they are driving on pretty much what is considered like a bit of a plate track style with a little bit of cornering in between, so they really have to be careful on hitting their marks and hitting their spots up. As we look at our track tech talk for the evening here, you can see the line of sight is definitely more of a bean-shaped style track. It's not really a D-shape, more of just a figure oval. But again, 2 miles in length, this is a long track. No mistakes need to be had here. You still have to corner in and have to get off the gas at certain times. But the tires are going to be what saves or breaks you around here. So how will that play out here? We're going to find out here in just a brief moment. The field pacing around, getting set for the action here. Should be a good one to say the least here. I am ready to get this one called and get this one figured out. Jeffrey Oaks and Warren Young making a return back in the number 20 and number 1 respectively. Bob Hutchins always a bad fast animal out here. The 5 is Chantel Throttle Pile Rack, a little bit of a different pile drive scheme than we're used to seeing. The 8 of Key Checkmate Taylor, getting the old dozer out here. That Caterpillar machine, I'm used to seeing him with that. So they will line them up into position here as they start to rack them around, get them fielded by. Getting set for tonight's action here. Pace car is coming off out of turn 2 this time. This turn 4 is time by. We're going to get ready for the green flag here. It is out. We are underway. Here we go. 50 laps of the distance here tonight at Michigan International Speedway. How will they hold up? How will they handle well out of the gate? They don't seem to be minded too much. 3 wide salute. Dustin Stoneacre right on the bottom line inside row. Trying to hang in there as Bob Hutchins tries to give him a little bit of a draft or pitch in there. So a hard run down that back straightaway here. They are leaning in. The 5 Chantel Throttle Bottle making a big move in there. Warren Young already into the wall protection. Problems there for him. But is that going to be something to play out later on? I honestly couldn't tell you here as they come back around once again. Still 3 wide once more. Nick Kern in the 07 of Sydney the Closer Taylor. Now intervening in the fold as a battle for the race lead commences. Bob Hutchins and Robert Kahn once again going at it here. These two always put up a fight whenever they come to town and whenever they come to the track. Tonight is no different, my friends. This is some hard racing there from them as they come down the back straightaway. Chantel throttle bottle, man, talk about running from the outhouse and moving it up to the White House quick as you got there, man. She just ran that thing in so hard. Oh, and as I say that, Bob Hutchinson hits a little bit of a tag there on the bottom end. Goes for a ride. Caution comes out. And now Bob, I got to believe, is probably not too thrilled about that one. Let's take a look at the PTM Instant Replay, brought to you by our good friends here over at the PTM Racing TV store. No sponsors for these leagues, so we decided to plug in our own sponsor. Why not? Looks like Hutchins came down a little bit on Chantel. Chantel kind of drifted in, and Hutchins kind of drifted back down again. And unfortunately, this time for him, he pays the price. But manages to save the car quite well there, I must admit. So good save on his end, but unfortunately, first caution of the night does come out for the 77. First caution of the day, obviously, as you see, only 4 laps have been completed. We've still got a lot more laps to go here before we can really get this one going. I can tell you one thing though right now though, man, the nerves are getting in there. They're already playing each other out. And I can already see it. It's one of those things. You just have to stay focused no matter where you go and no matter where you play this run out. I mentioned earlier about our little store from our PTM Racing TV. We do have that now up on the comment section here. If you guys want to take a look at that, you can go ahead and look through our merchandise line and all that. We have some awesome shirts in there. I swear you'll love to see and you'll want to get. Some great stuff in there. Just be sure to look up PTM Broadcasting or PTM Racing TV, and you'll find all our latest line of stuff, from our stickers to our shirts, our hats, our pants, everything. You'll love it, man. I've got plenty of them already, and I still love every one of them. So as the drivers get settled back in, again, we mentioned some of the older drivers kind of tuning on back in. You got some older crowd, though, like Dustin Sornaker still hanging with us. Yeah, to keep Checkmate Taylor, what a season he's had with pushing limits. It seems like ever since he started finally figuring out his way here on the show, he's just been getting faster and faster out there. Jeffrey Oaks coming back out here as well, as we mentioned a little while ago. Good to see him back out. Matthew Hoffer, always a bad, fast hombre in the 28 machine. It's great to see him with us. There's a lot of great drivers here that we're proud to have. Of course, Nick, Taylor, Cindy, and Keith. Who Cindy right now actually is already coming off of a high from the season championship she just completed back in the Truck Series last night. Congratulations to her again, and then Super Late Models really could be hers as well if she can get to it. So we'll see if she can, though. She's got a long road before that comes by, but you gotta think right now she's probably riding a little bit higher than most drivers out there and thinking that she can do anything. If once you get that confidence level in, man, it just gets you going really well. It'll help you just pull out away from everything, get you out of your head, and just says flat out, all right, I've got to go for broke and I'm gonna go for big. That's the only thing I can do here now. So obviously the first caution of the night coming from that little spin around that you saw earlier with the throttle Chantel Pottle and Bob Hutchins. Chantel will go to the outhouse. She's been a bad girl. She can't stay up front. You go to the back, young lady. So that will line them up back into position here. Robert Kahn and Jeffrey Oaks will be the starting gun on this one here. We'll see how well they can hold out and how they will handle the nerves again on that restart, because this place, it's extremely easy to get some runs or two in there. It really hurt yourself afterwards. And I got a feeling tonight, man, it's going to be the same situation here. You know, how well will they hold up and how well will they handle when those restarts come? Because I know Run thinks for sure they do not like to have to try to hang on to that race lead when the shots get fired and the battles come quick. So as they pace him back around once again, get him back to that green flag restart here. They'll line him up into position, and it looks like we're about to hit it back in and get this one fired on all cylinders. Here we go. Green flag flies back on out. We're underway. Whoa! And just like that, all of a sudden, a complete mess in the backstretch. On the front straightaway, Jerome Keeney and Chantel Pottle and Warren Young both involved in this one. What on earth happened there? What the heck happened? Well, hold on a minute. Take back to the PTMS replay. What the heck? They didn't even got the line there and they just wrecked. What happened? Let's take a look at the replay. I'm not sure if Warren was trying to get a jump start on that or what he did, but... Oh, Jerome didn't even get off the line. He just went right down to the 5 and the 1 there. He got off right into the wall protection. And that spun that whole situation about and around. Holy smokes. Well, let's go on board with them and see if he just spun the tires. It is easy to do, unfortunately, but I don't know if he did that or not. Take a look at the replay. Well, as soon as he tapped that wall, it was game over. That car had nothing he can do about it. Well, unfortunately, that will set the drivers back a little bit more time, and unfortunately for Mr. Warren Young, I think he's going to have a little bit of a problem getting settled back down in this one. Looks like Robert Kahn is going to help out Warren, though. That's a good sportsmanship on his end, man. He is doing him a favor, doing him a little bit of a hand here, trying to help him out. So as we get things fixed back in right now, Dustin Solnaker, Keith Checkmate Taylor, and Cindy Taylor will stay on out. So that'll be a little bit of an interesting get around. Second caution of the night. Unfortunately, this is not the start. I know these drivers wanted. They're not definitely what they wanted to see, obviously. But, yeah, that's kind of how it plays out sometimes. You just got to start from the back and start your way back up front. But, you know, with that first one, Bob and Chantel just kind of got into it, a racing deal. Jerome, unfortunately, was just because he couldn't get off the line. You know, I know as a young, maybe as a young driver, maybe a little bit different, maybe having tried to get used to the fields, but you know, that's one thing, unfortunately, you just got to be aware of, folks, is you have to make sure you are aware of your surroundings and, you know, you learn from these mistakes. You know, will he learn from it? You know, only time will tell. Hopefully he will, though, because I got a feeling, you know, if he can get things figured in, I think maybe he can hang with some of these guys, but that start definitely is not going to do him any good, unfortunately, which that's a tough break because he didn't seem like that bad of a fella, so. Warren Young definitely going to be a few laps down. So will the Throttle Chantel Pottle. And Robert Kahn looks like he's going to stay up in his spotlight. Bob Hutchins trying to get back into it. Race officials are calling for them to get their lap back if they can. Try to help them out. Obviously, it wasn't their fault. Which I agree with that. I will agree that when people deserve it, they deserve it. But, you know, there is that overwhelming feeling of also just trying to find the right line, trying to find the right position to bring back that piece of equipment, bring back that run in between. Looks like they are still trying to double file up. Looks like Robert Kahn, he's trying to figure out where he's supposed to go now after helping out Warren there. But he already went into pit road, so it really doesn't even matter where he's going for. He's just going to have to handle his smoke. He's going to have to handle it there. See that Napa Auto Parts battery number 20. Jeffrey Oaks trying to get back into his groove here. It's been a while since we've seen him on the show. I was wondering where he went, what happened to him, but it's good to see him back nevertheless. Nick Kern, yeah, he's been pretty much the guy to beat as of late on Pushing Limits Racing League. He's got two race wins here in a row on the show. He won back at the Dirt Street Stocks last time out at Lanier. And then he took home the victory in the Lamborghinis, man. That was pretty insane to say the least. He managed to defy the odds to take down Robert the Rattlesnake of all things. So as they pace this one back up, hopefully we can get back to a green flag restart here. Looks like Key Checkmate Taylor and Dustin Swanacre will be the two to start this one off. Throttle Chantel Bottle trying to get back up there with the group. She is going to be back on the lead lap. Same with Warren Young. They're both catching up quickly. Drivers are just now coming around out of turn 2 here. So hopefully we'll get this one back up and running and get back to the show here in a minute. See some hard racing from these guys and gals. Great group of guys and ladies here, obviously. Cindy and Chantel being the ladies of our field. I'd love to see some more ladies out here. The outracing community seems like we're chock full of them, and they are starting to come alive as of late. And I mean, that is one thing I'd love to see, is to see different varieties, different people, different states, different countries coming alive. And iRacing really has been the place a lot of folks have come to try to work with America, Canada, Italy, France, Germany, and many others out there as well, just to name a few. I've even seen a few of them come from the African territories, actually, that are starting to get in the race series, and I thought that was honestly pretty darn cool to hear. I'm hoping they can continue on with that program, but nevertheless, they're going to settle them up down out of turn 4 here, rail this one back around, and hopefully we're going to get back to some green flag racing here. Key Checkmate Taylor leads them off, shows them the way. We're going to show them how to play. And you have the green flag restart. Looks like a much cleaner start this time, so that is the good news right out of the gate. Warren falling back a little bit. I think he's just trying to save his fence, repairs up, maybe make a move for it later. Outside looking in right out of the gate, out of turn 2 here. 3 wide, still coming back around there. Bob Hutchins and Robert Kahn in there. Looks like Nick Kern as well, kind of tied in between. Both drivers managing to escape trouble and keep it clear of the issues. DeLeon, Chopper, Cam here. Whoa, Bob giving a little bit of a bump to Jeffrey. And now there's problems right there. Robert Kahn trying to hold on. No, he's not going to get it this time. He gets into him on the outside wall there. And Kahn, unfortunately, his run may have just came to an end as quick as he started it. I'm not sure if Jeffrey Oaks had a little bit of a push or something from Mr. Hutchins. From our angle, it looked like he might have slowed down a slight bit. Hutchins had a good run and ended up tagging him. That's easy to do around here, unfortunately. It might have cost them both. Here comes Nick Kern, though, in that 69. Cindy had a race lead for a little bit, but here comes that Hypermax. Number 69. Oh, he's flying high, flying hard, but here comes Brother Keith right behind her. Checkmate Taylor trying to hang with him, trying to pull up a little bit of a run there, protecting the onboard camera. This is the Toyota Camry of Nick Kern trying to get up to that Ford Mustang of Cindy the Closer Taylor. And to be honest with you, the only thing we haven't really shown on the show before for these cars wise is we haven't shown the next gen cars. That'll be one thing I really cannot wait to get on and taken out of here, but when we get the chance. Oh, the wall protection goes Key Checkmate Taylor as there was a little bit of a 3 wide slip between him, Kern, Cindy, and Jeffrey Oaks all of a sudden popping in. Inside line, here comes Nick Kern, just sneaks his way straight to the bottom, makes a hard charge around. He'll make a nice pass there as Dustin Swanacre tries to hang with him up to the front now. More problems for Jerome Keeney, unfortunately. He'll have to get that fixed out and figure it out later on. The number 1 of Warren Young gonna go inside line. The Ally, number 1 Chevrolet, trying to hold up to Key Checkmate Taylor's number 8. As they fire him on down onto the back straight away. Here comes the throttle. Chantel Bottle saving the tires, trying to be a little bit smarter than the boys here. I've seen what she's done before with these cars and what she can do with them. She's extremely durable when it comes to that long run on these things with this track. I don't know how it does, but you know, when she was running back in an old Masters Racing League, she actually managed to pull off a win there. And it took a lot of credit, took a lot of battles there to stay ahead with the field. She She had a lot going on that night. Damage though on the front end. It looks like she might be slowing down for that reason. About 16 laps in right now currently. We're still needing to get this one cleared to LA and get more laps in as time progresses. We have another race coming up tonight. It is the Riley RX Prototypes IROC Series, a Fast and Fun Cup Series. They're coming your way at you here in just a little bit. We're going down to Kentucky for this one. You're not going to want to miss it when it comes by, folks. Outside line, here comes Cindy the Coulter Taylor back on the throttle, back on the attack. Man, she just only knows one thing, and that's the accelerator and how to lift off of it just right. I literally made that joke a few times with her, but I swear like that's the only thing she knows how to do. And she's perfected it almost better than I think I've seen anybody else on any circuit, any track get down. It is just incredible what the speed she can carry. Warren Young putting up a bit of fight there in that Ally #1 Chevrolet, the Bowman machine. A little bit of a tribute there to Alex Bowman, who won last night. Last night at Dover International Speedway. First off, congratulations to Alex Bowman for that, and best wishes there. He actually just signed a contract. He's actually got a multi-year contract now coming his way. So congratulations, man. Well earned and deserved, and good to see you finally starting to put that thing back to good use and good work. It's good to see the 48 finally starting to pull up ahead again. But speaking of pulling up ahead again, here comes that 20 of Jeffrey Oaks, who's trying to get up to the hard charger of the night, the number 69 of Nick Kern. The Hypermax Toyota Camry trying to hold up a little bit as he tries to hang in there. That 20 though, Jeffrey Oaks trying to defy his race lead. Oaks is not one to hang around too often, and he's been hanging around pretty close here tonight. Pulling up a pretty good run, pulling up a little bit of a spot here. The Napa Batteries 20 getting closer right to Nick Kern. As you see, Checkmate, Keith Taylor there moving up in the field as well. 3 wide, they go out of turn 2 for a brief moment. Looked like Dustin Sonanker just kind of had a little bit less of an edge there, a little bit more of a problem zone on that turn. Might have hurt him more than I think he realizes. As they lead it back in, no almost contact between the brother and sister duo, and it seems like I'm always talking about these two, always fighting, always doing this, doing that. Can't we just not have a family feud for once on this racetrack, or any race for that matter? Like every time I go on the broadcasting service, I swear these two just do not leave each other alone. They're like the bad. It's like, who's the bad brother? Who's the bad sister? Who's the good sibling? Who's the bad sibling? It doesn't even make any sense. They just continue to go at each other. Jeffrey Oaks right now still trying to get up there to Nick Kern, but looks like the lap times are starting to show more towards the favor of Kern, despite the fact Oaksy is getting him every other so lap. The Giraffe is not pulling up as close as I think he wants it to, but again, it is early, so you never be too sure. And as I say that, I think he was listening in pretty carefully. He's like, hey, wait a minute, what'd you say, Crusader? Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm pulling it right back up to him. I'm going to make my move when the time comes. Well, it looks like he's thinking the time is coming soon, because he is right on that rear bumper, a la a little bit of a Michael Waltrip style on that bad boy. Right on that back bumper, the 69. The Waltrips, they're still well known for this, and they are known for doing some crazy things here and there. Oaksy is going to try to hold on, try to hang into the inside. I think he's got a run there. Kern trying to hold it in. He's not able to. Oh, they wrecked her out of turn 4. Oaksy gets Kern into the wall protection. We've got a caution. Oh, my. Well, that one definitely going to get a little bit of a review or two out of that one. Let's find out what happened here. Let's take a look at the PTM instant replay here. We're going to go on board with Mr. Oaksy as he was coming off that exit. Looks like he was just driving up a bit, and I don't know if he could tell where Kern was. Kern, I honestly got to go back and take a look at this one here, because I'm not sure if maybe he had gotten into him there in the corner, if they just kind of missed out on the spot here. Oh, right there, man. Kern actually got into the wall protection a little bit and had to get back down. Oaksy just kind of tagged him there. So you got to give the nod there to Kern for trying to save it, but unfortunately, he ended up taking both himself and Oaksy out. Here is the full replay of this one. Kern looked like he was trying to avoid it. He was getting close to the wall. Oaksy was coming up. He had to keep with him to keep up with the draft. And you can just see the bad damage there on that 69. The drone cam getting put to good use, so I'll say that much. Unfortunately, though, not the way Mr. Kern wanted that to happen. You see the smoke pouring out of there, and you usually see smoke in a car. That's not very good. That usually means something broke. Third caution of the night, and that'll put us to the halfway point. And that was your PTM Instant Replay, of course, brought to you by our PTM Racing TV store. Be sure to look up on our comment section here. We have the store up and running already. If you guys want to take a look at it, be sure to go and check a look. It's pretty sweet and awesome designs there, and some good stuff you might like. In the chat tonight here, it looks like we got Dennis Weller coming in saying hashtag Team Hofford here. Good luck, Matt. Kenneth Crawford saying no. He was a little bit upset about Robert Kahn getting kind of tagged in there. Thankfully, he will have a shot at pulling this one back in, as we are one to usually do here. We'll see how the drivers handle their nerves, handle the situation, as currently the field will be put pretty much back into the spots they were at earlier. Well, I tell you what, folks, it's been a hectic night, a hectic race here so far for the drivers. A lot of folks trying to hang in there and trying to keep up with the pace, as it looks like we're just about to go to the final laps here. That will close out. We're going to go to the halfway point on the restart. And on the restart, by the way, Warren Young, the #1 Ally Chevrolet, will have the gun. He's still searching for that first, and I mean that very, very first career win on PTM Racing TV. He's came so close on Pedal to the Metal Racing League. He came so close a couple times with pushing limits. He told me earlier today, I'm just tired of waiting. I'm tired of being put in that spot. I don't want to be sick of fiddle anymore. I want to finally win. My ultimate question is, will he have time to figure out how to get that done and right? Because when you got Matthew Hopper and Keith Checkmate Taylor and Chantel Throttle Pottle behind you, I'd say right about now, you might want to figure out how to hold on for dear life. Okay, you take a look at our pit strategy here. That's what I mean by that. He did not go into pit road, so it may just be a tire saving ordeal, maybe something he's got in mind, but I don't know. I feel like if I was him, I would have gone in when I had the chance and took the advantage. But then again, I'm not the one on the track, and I'm not racing, so he may be thinking something I'm not seeing, and you know what? At the end of the day, that's okay, because he's down there racing, and I'm back here just hanging out for dear life and hoping everything works okay. 11 drivers have come in with us here tonight. They've tuned in. Now they're going to bring them back to the restart. Off the line. They're going to set it to the Geico restart here, or as I'm going to call it, the PTM Racing TV restart. We're back underway. Interesting here, Warren Young off to a stronger start on the bottom than the guys on the outside. Hofford slowed up a bit, and that'll take him 3 wide salute, and yet again, Dustin Soniker moving to the inside, making a charge. Off the gun through the pacing here. Everybody's still clear of trouble, I would hope. Robert Kondo says, the heck with that. I'll cause trouble if I feel like it. Straight to the bottom. Moves inside. Takes Cindy the Colton Taylor with him. He moves in pretty quick. He's got Sonaker right on his front bumper. A pretty strong pass there. Taking down multiple drivers and a big, beautiful move there. Oh, Sonaker got a little bit of contact there from Warren Young, and now it is Sonaker to the front here. He knows a thing or two about winning in Michigan. He has literally took home a W here in the Truck Series. And he hasn't been to victory lane since that 4 wide salute yet again. Oh my, out of turn 2. What a move. Oh, but as I say that, Warren Young gets into him. That crash out of turn 2. Caution is out. Caution is out. Well, just when you thought we got to the exciting parts of this one, unfortunately, the hecticness and the craziness of Michigan rears its big, ugly head once again. Oh my. Well, let's take a look at the PTM Instant Replay and find out what the heck happened here. We're going to go to the chopper cam for this one. Now, we know we were 3 wide here. Chantel tries to avoid trouble. Warren looks like he drives up and into the wall protection. Takes the 77 and the 5, unfortunately, and that causes that whole dilemma to start. So I guess my broadcaster curse is still alive and well for all the drivers out there. I was starting to say good things about Warren and trying to get him all hyped up and everything. And then my old friend, my nemesis, the broadcaster curse, shows its ugly head. I thought I got rid of all those voodoo dolls by now. You would think by now this broadcaster curse would just be a myth and it would just be left alone, but nope. I have to continue on with this nightmare that is my curse that I always give to drivers. So, again, my apologies there, folks. Well, right now, currently, the rattlesnake Robert Kahn's going to be up in a pretty good spot. Dustin Sonaker, though, he knows a thing or two about being in a good spot for the run. Remember the last time we saw him, he literally won in the Truck Series because of tire, fuel, and really just time management. He stayed out the entire time. On the final restart, when everything got cleared out, it was his very first career win of his career on asphalt, of all things, and I still don't even have one myself on a broadcaster or league race, so it's crazy to think for. But you know, Slonaker has definitely proven himself worthy and shown that he is a fast hombre and can really take down the best of them. So my best wishes to him and congratulations again for that win back in the Truck Series, which unfortunately has come to an end. We have closed out the season for Season 3, so now we are moving into Season 4, which will now involve the Xfinity Series. So just a heads up, a little marketing for the Pedal Metal guys. If you want, be sure to tune on over to their page and check a look there. They will have the Xfinity Series posters and everything up sometime by tomorrow, hopefully. So check that out when it comes by, and hope you guys can tune in and come race with them. You will have this, all races will be broadcasted live on the show, of course, so just stay tuned for more information. So being devil's advocate here, after that little hit we had there, a little hit and run, now I kind of wonder, you know, will they be able to hold out the spots as much as they were earlier? Considering everything that happened there, that was some pretty big licks and a half there for some drivers. Obviously for Bob Hutchins, he's trying to just survive out there at this point because he was running hard and running good and then got into that mess. There's still damage on the 5 of Chantel on the right side, and looks like that front end is going to get a little bit beat up, so it looks like she's going to finally go and put it into pit road. Kenneth Crawford saying hashtag Team Rattlesnake, hashtag Team Nick Kern the Burn. And then Lee Puddester Paul saying, well, this is exciting tonight. Chantel, stay out of the budding line. Great to have you all on board here tonight, Miss Lee. And, of course, Kenneth, for always tuning in, as well as Denise. We had you on here a little while ago. Hope you're still hanging with us. As the drivers are getting ready to go back to the green flag order, we're going to stage them back in. And interesting, Chantel went into pit road. I don't know if she'll have time to get out of there and get back up to the front pier. As I say that, she's out of pit road now, so it looks like the only thing she did was go for an instant repair. Hopefully that'll work out well for her and will work out okay, but you see that 61 and Jerome Keeney back out. Hopefully he can finally get the nerves out of the way, get the car settled back down and run it in, and would love to see him finally get something going here, but he's got a lot of laps he's going to have to bring back, so I would presume probably next time out is when you'll see him really put that to good use. There's still 20 laps that need to be finished around here, folks, as Kathleen Crawford now joins us in. Hashtag Team Rattlesnake, hashtag Team Kern. Great to have you on board, Miss Kathleen. So 11 drivers tuned in with us here tonight. We're ready to get back to the action. Of course, we have the Fast and Fun IROC series coming up right after this. Be sure to tune on in for that one. And if you don't know how to make sure you are there right when we go live, well, I've got an easy solution for you. Just like and follow here on Facebook. And if you want, you can go and go for YouTube and subscribe there for other content we put from here on Facebook to YouTube. And then, of course, head over to Twitter and Instagram to know when we're going to go live and when we're going to go racing. We always love to communicate and talk with you fans at home because this is the community, and we're ready to get back to the action. And out of the gate, Kern, almost 3 wide saluting around Cindy. Bob Hutchins not going to be playing too much of a devil's advocate. Apparently, he wants to play hard charge right out of the gate here. They'll hammer down out of turn 2. Once more, it's the 21 of Robert Kondo making the big move around Solnaker to the outside of the 66. Solnaker tries to hold on to the middle line, trying to get a little bit of a push there from the draft. But he's got problems with Robert Kahn and then pushing and drafting as well in there. Inside line, Hofford problem a little bit. He bobbles out of turn 3, but he manages to recover and get it set back up. Will he have time, though, to keep up with the pace? Drivers trying to hang in and give this one a strong, feel-good race moment. Robert Kahn in the battle zone. He knows what he's got to do to hold off the run and the power that comes from the back. Solnaker right now just trying to hang up to the front, trying to hang up and not do himself in. It'll be good to hear from him back on Thursday night when he tunes back in. And also on Thursday, I can now officially say we will have a fellow guest of ours, Finn Robinson, joins us in finally. So we'll have him with us, so be sure to tune in as Cindy Dakota Taylor now swings in, crossover there around Kahn, but Kahn says, you cross over me, I cross over you. Monkey see, monkey do. He passes around and gets the race lead back as they go 3 wide on the front stretch for just a brief minute. Bob Hutchins right in the middle there, the 5 of Chantel. Now the full throttle assault is initiated, and good Lord, I need to get a graphic set for that one, man. At this point, that's becoming a meme. Coming down that back straightaway here, Solnaker trying to hang in there. Kern right there with them. It is still a pack of hungry dogs trying to get to the big pork chop at the end, which of course is the race winner circle. To do so, they must still hold on and try to fight their way around. It's been some tight packed racing here so far yet again. Jeffrey Oaks right in the hunt there with Matthew Hoffer, and then a little bit of a bobble up for the 5 of Chantel with Dustin Solnaker and Keith Checkmate. They are 3 wide still. 3 wide behind them, though, is Jeffrey Oaks, Bob Hutchins, and Matthew Hoffer. It is a tremendous battle, to say the least, but they've got to be careful about that turn 2 and turn 4 exit. We saw earlier what happens when you get a little too close and a little too comfortable. It hurts you more than you realize. Solnaker back on the attack. Man, he is hanging with them. Kern is right up there with Robert Kahn. You saw a little bit of a bump there from Bob and Chantel. They hold tight. They keep it clear. It is a force to be reckoned with. The Rattlesnake and all his minions are right now passed in. He's trying to fight his way through, trying to get everybody buried into the desert, if you will, and trying to make the Rattlesnake rattle his way up to the front. But Nick Kern, feel the burn, if you will, I guess is the new nickname for him, has taken over the race lead. He is charging. He is firing on all cylinders. He takes over that spot here. Talk about making moves left and right. Talk about making passes in between. This is some great stuff here from Michigan. This is why we come here when we can and show you all the runs and the power that we had. Great stuff early on here. Warren Young still now back from the pack here. He's trying to get to the outhouse and get back to that White House. But in order to do so, he's got to try to find a way to get back with the pacing of the field that hammered in earlier on. As we take him to the blimp cam here to show you just how far everyone is from one another. It's a lot, like I said, speed's a plate track. They don't get too far back. They really just kind of need that draft line, though, to help out. And then it's just a matter of cornering and turns. Again, cornering and turns. Looks like one twist and turn there from Chantel. Ends up getting with Jeffrey Taylor. Oh, there was contact there out of turn 1, but Chantel managed to recover nicely. Checkmate doing much the same. The 28 of Matthew Hoffer trying to fight back in down the back straightaway. He's got a run coming in the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. But the 07 is simply the Colton Taylor, and that Race Fuels Golf machine is not one to be outturned and outdurned. Oh, the Ford Mustangs are on an assault and on an attack here. Kahn, Pottle, and Taylor all running the Mustang here tonight. And they're doing a pretty good job helping each other out, but those Napa Auto Parts Chevrolets are not exactly leaving back behind yet. They're still with him. Hoffer trying to hang down there, trying to keep his old buddy Oaksy away from moving ahead of him, taking away his spot. He gets into the wall protection though. He's trying to save it. He does, but almost gets into Warren Young there as you saw him coming out of that turn. Hutchins now with the run there down the back straight away. He's going to make it closer up to the spot into position here. Lining up for a 3-wide salute here once again. At this point, I might as well get the drinking game out because at this point, we're having a few drinks tonight, my friends. There's a bit of a distance and a gap change up here. About a second back now is Cindy Taylor and the rest of the field of these top 3 drivers. It is a battle for the race lead between Kahn, Kern, and Taylor. Keep Checkmate Taylor right now. The Caterpillar number 8 Chevrolet trying to hold off, trying to fight it in. How about this? 3 manufacturers on the track, 3 right now battling for the race lead. The Chevrolet of Taylor, the Camry of Kern, and that Mustang of Robert Kahn. But wait a minute, caution comes out. We've got a caution. There seems to be problems down there for Warren Young in the number 1 as we've got some issues there. Well, let's see what happened on the PTM Instant Replay. Looks like things got a little too heated back there. Coming around. Oh, yeah, 4 cars took it in that one. Oaksy, one of them. Chantel, one of them. Hoffert and Warren, unfortunately, kind of burrowed in. Let's find out what happened from our other replay here. We're going to take a look on the cockpit view of Hoffert and see what exactly started that whole chain reaction to begin with. Actually, I think we're going to try a different cam here. We're going to try the chase cam. I was going to do cockpit, but I think maybe the chase cam might have something a little bit better. Looked like Chantel's trying to hold her line in, same with Oaksy, but unfortunately they weren't able to keep it in straight, and unfortunately with those dire needs, it kind of hurt them a little bit more than it helped them, really. So that was your PTM Instant Replay brought to you by our PTM Racing TV store here tonight. So the pacing is set, and the battle really rages on, and folks, let me tell you something. We are only down to really 2-digit numbers here, less than 2-digit numbers, just to say. They're going to be out about 9 or 8 to go on the restart. And depending on who stays out, which looks like Jeffrey Oaks and Bob Hutchins are the ones that are going to stay out on that mess. I'm interested to see what their strategy is here, because if you look at the pit road strategy, they honestly are pretty much in a good spot, while the rest of the field, maybe not so much. Chantel really one of the only other drivers. She went in about a lap later, so she'll have a lap or so more, but I mean, right now I know she'll probably want to change the tires to get the damage fixed up. Oaksy, I don't believe took any damage from that, and I know Bob did not. But with this being a green, almost turning into a bit of a hustle, if you will, as I like to call it here on the show, that kind of makes me wonder, are they going to try to make a big move on that restart, or are they going to try to hang in with to the end? For Colin and Kern, I gotta believe it's just trying to draft off one another if they can. 2 longtime good friends gonna battle it out here. Of course, though, they are not exactly the most friendly when it comes to racing. They will put each other into the ground and into the dirt if they have to. They always come out to put a fight on and put up a race. And that is the beauty of pushing limits, man. Just you have to change your style, change your racing abilities, change everything. It's completely crazy. The only thing we did not get to do was show a rallycross or a dirt road race. But I have been told, and I have had word before, that we may see that change here. So I'm hoping it does, because honestly, I would love to get one of those in. Come on, think about it. We have a dirt road course coming out to race here with the show and race with us in general. Like, man, Why would you not want to see that? Why would you not want to come and see all the action happen there and then? Like, that'd be awesome. I mean, for those at home that don't know, really, with the dirt road and rallycross kind of style racing, it is fanatic, out of control, paced action on the starts, and really, it's kind of crazy from the finish as well. If they can get those trucks or cars, whatever they ride, settled down and settled in perfectly. I'll tell you, I've seen some crazy moments there with some of those races. I've seen some crazy battles. I've been a part of them myself, and I don't know. Maybe I just want to see it. I just want to see it come out. I just want to and be able to call that, because that's one of the only things we haven't had in a while. So, well, nevertheless, here, guys, we're coming to the restart now. We will have a big battle on our hands. 8 to go on the restart. And remember, you've seen the 3 wide and 4 wide salutes before. Imagine what a fresh set of tires is going to do for you and help you out here. Hutchins and Oaksey need to be careful with those tires in that restart. They know they're behind them, and they know they'll get a run on them. How aggressive will they go? How far will they take it to the limit? There's only one way to find out for sure, and you have to push the racing limit to its end. Here we go, bring it back to the green flag, and we're back underway. Right off the start, I'm not surprised here. Con and Taylor already pushing a little bit more than just some limits around here. They're pushing those cars to their fullest. All right, I'm back around. Oaksey now trying to defend. He knows Mr. Con's back behind him, and Con doesn't play nice. The Rattlesnake looks like he backs off. He doesn't want to make a move too quickly. He wants to see what Oaksey will do when those tires give out. He knows it's coming. He knows he's been out there for a little bit. When those tires not being fresh as his, all it takes is just a few laps to warm them up, and the next thing you know, it's time to make the move. And Hutchins just really crossed over there around Oaksey, making that move around there. He blocks now. Robert Con trying to hang up in there, trying to fire back on all cylinders. Time is running out, though, for the drivers here as Mr. Ada, he checkmates Ayler and Nick Earn now go 3 wide salute once more, but right behind him, that's Cindy and Chantel going in as well with Dustin Sonaker. A little bit of pink, blue, and purple in that one. I like that. Oh, and right behind him again, another 3 wide salute once more. This is incredible battling from the drivers here. They are not giving an inch. They won't give up until the end. But they've got to be careful. That's why they got to be careful. There's another big wreck right in front of them. Somehow trying to save it. Chantel gets into it, and it's not going to save that one. Sonaker's done for as well on the spin around. And Nick Kern, yet again, problems for him. Still no caution. Caution finally coming out now. And now we're going to set up for a green-white checker restart. Oh, man, what a mess. Oh, my goodness. You saw the 5 trying to avoid that one. You saw Dustin Sonaker definitely trying to avoid that, but nobody got out of that one clean, much less out of it. So let's go ahead and take it to the chopper cam and find out what the heck happened here. Looked like Cindy and Keith just got into it, and unfortunately for Con and Kern, they just got into it too. Let's take another look at it from another angle here and see if maybe we can get a better glimpse from that area. Well, you can see it's still 3 wide saluting right now. Chantel trying to push the 8 around, trying to get back up into it. You see Oaksey has a pretty good line here. Looked like Cindy and Keith just kind of drifted in, and once that draft package kind of glides you in, man, it just sucks you in pretty quickly. And unfortunately, the downforce just completely tore them apart and took out everything there. So, well, I mentioned it before. I'm going to say it again. It's going to be a green-white checkered restart now. And if I'm Oaksey and Bob, I'm thinking just go into pit road. Get the tires. Just get the tires and get a last repair done. You're given 3. I guarantee you they've only used 1 or 2 at the most. I would just use them now while you can, because honestly, I don't think you're going to get another one. And they're still not gonna. Well, Well, I mean, if I was them, I would go in because everybody else is going to go in, so I would think that that'd be a smart move to do. But I don't know. Maybe I'm completely clueless and I don't know what I'm doing. But there is damage on Key Checkmate Taylor, so I don't know how well that'll hold up for him there. We'll take it to the chase cam here so you can see how bad the damage is on that thing. Yeah, that large dozer's number 8 cat.com machine has a big corner front on that right end. No big deal. I think it should be okay. Bob Hutchins and Jeffrey Oaks will have pretty much one last chance to try to hold this one in. And in about 20 minutes from now, folks, speaking of holding this one in, we're going to be holding that IROC Series race coming up in just a few short minutes. If you haven't already, be sure to like and follow us up here and check out all our social media platforms, Twitter and Instagram, so you get all the information, all the timing, and all this to come out here and have a little fun with us. It's been an honor and a pleasure to come out here and tune in with you guys, and always love seeing you guys here out and about. Love talking with you and everything. It's just a crazy situation here and there, and it's been crazy all around, but man, it has been fun. Last few days have just been out of control. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I would like to figure it out eventually, because it's just been a wild few days on my end here on the PTM Racing TV studio. Can't say exactly what's going on, but I can say it's been rather interesting, to say the least. So as we start to wrap this one up, start to pull away with the finish and get this one cleared out, you gotta wonder, how will this hold up? How will this all hang out and finish? Certainly don't know, and I certainly can't say for sure, but I just have that feeling, man. It's coming quick and it's gonna come good. The pace is set. The drivers are ready. This, my friends, is the last restart, I believe. They have 3 they can get in here. But there is still room for error. There is still room to hold out with. On the green flag restart, it's a green-white checkered, as I mentioned before. What does that mean if you're new to the show or new to racing? You get one lap under green. The next you go by, it goes white. The next time after that, it's a checkered, and that ends the race. This was your 6th caution of the night, and if they don't get this one in, it's pretty much game over because they're not going to have enough time to get another one in. Here they come. The field is ready. The pace is set. The finish is coming. It's a green-white checker on this one. They're looking for it. There it is. The lights are on. It's time. Who wants to win this one? Who's going to finish this season out? We got one more race after this one. And already it looks like some are going to push the limits more than the other. Robert Kahn trying to get into the back of the 28 of Matthew Hofford already. Trying to make a field day down the back straightaway. Here comes the closer on the inside. 3 wide still, but look at the push coming from Robert Kahn. Kahn is just a madman, I tell you. He wants this one. He's trying to get the quick lane for Mustang ahead of all of them. Behind him, though, here comes Nick Kern. Here comes Chantel, the throttle bottle. The inside lane, they move it in quickly here. 3 wide, salute. Oh, City almost got into Keith yet again. Oh, excuse me, that would have been Jeffrey Oaks this time by, not Keith. Almost got taken out, though, is one thing that happened. White flag is out. Bob Hutchins now going to go back to what they did at Chicagoland, and it was the ARCA Series. They hit it right now. Oh, I'm in the Truck Series I meant, but Jeffrey Taylor gets worked around. Cindy gets hit by Jeffrey Oaks. That crash hard coming down the back straightaway. They're leading it off down into turn 3. Oh, Bob needs a big run there, needs a little bit of help. The 5 and the 66 are trying to get closer. They're trying to hold on. But coming out of turn 4, Kahn needs a run. Kahn needs a big push. Can he get it? He's going to hold on. No, Hopford will win it at Michigan. Chantel comes up third, Dustin Slonaker fourth, fifth, Bob Hutchins to round out your field. Wow, what a race, that one. Well, I mean, if you want to consider it getting a little crazy and a little hectic at the end, I think you consider that, but I got to believe Matthew Hofford, though, as happy to say, he is walking away with another W. Been a while since we've seen this man in victory lane, but he wins it once more. Your race winner at Michigan International Speedway, Matthew Hofford. On Napa Auto Parts, 28 Chevrolet is your victor. As he strolls across the finish line just one more time, it's time for a celebration. Come on, Hoffy, I know you haven't been there in a while. You know how to do it, though. There it is, baby. What a finish and what a night for him. Strong holdout, strong battles to say the least here for him, and all that came to play. It was a spectacular night of finishes and racing throughout. As we go ahead and show our top three now on the show. Chantel getting third. She will not join us for the broadcast booth. I don't know if Robert Kahn's going to have time. We're actually running out of time, so we need to get this one closed out because we only have about 10 minutes before we head back over to the IROC series. So I think we're just going to have to kind of call the stops here tonight and just kind of call this one a night. Robert Kahn once again being the bridesmaid. Chantel coming close yet again to winning this one, but she just cannot seem to catch those brakes. While Hofford, he's been kind of in that situation before and had so many troubles, but this time he gets that win and finally ends a long-running joking issue for him there. So congratulations to him, and congratulations to all the drivers for a great battle and a good season as we're about ready to close this one out. But let's take a look quick at our Pushing Limits Racing League results here. As winner goes to Hofford, second goes to Robert Kahn, third to Chantel Throttle, fourth to Dustin Slonaker, fifth to Jeffrey Oaks, sixth to Nick Kern, seventh to Keith Checkmate Taylor, eighth to Cindy the Closer Taylor, ninth to Bob Hutchins, 10th to Warren Young, and Jerome Keeney gets 11th to round out the field. It's been a wonderful night. It's been a night full of action-packed racing and battles all around. And boy, has it been something. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be with you guys throughout this one. And it's been an honor and a pleasure to call this one. But now I have one more we got to do, and we're calling it a night. So, off to Kentucky for the IROC series. But from all of us here at PTM Race TV, if you can't tune in for that one, thank you again for the support. Check out our merchandise in our PTM Racing TV store. And I'll catch you guys next time in just a few short minutes, if you will, for the next race coming up. Be safe. God bless. Take care. We'll see you here in a minute, guys.